Hey, Pisces, intuitive soul coach here with your November 2023 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below your reading. All right, welcome. This is good for any and all placements of Pisces in your chart. Now, right away here, it could be a little bit of a slower month for you, or a slower month to get things moving. I am getting here a tad bit of indecision because we have the pendulum card showing up. So there could be some decisions that you've either recently made or that you will make in the near future that does impact you on a big level. Now, at the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming right at this time is you're taking a deep look into your values, your belief system, taking a look at solidifying your financial structure. This is about banking, long-term positions, and bringing about more satisfaction into your career. Because some of you, I am getting a little bit of feeling either bored, maybe feeling uninspired, but your primary focus here in the month of November is the heart card. And this is about, doing what you love, focusing on that heart energy. Some of you could even be shopping, spending a little bit of money this month. I do feel it's important for you, though, to make sure you're not emotional spending. So sometimes we tend to spend to fill a little bit of a void or something that's going on within us. So just keep an eye out on that here, Pisces. I also sense that for some of you, you have gone through a situation in your current employment where maybe you left, maybe you want a change, you may be feeling uninspired. For others of you, I just feel like there's a little bit of a shift happening, actually a big shift, because you have the coffin card, which means you could be closing the door to an old cycle, an old job, an old way of doing things. Now, the coffin card has been coming up for a lot of signs lately, and I feel like as we wind down the end of 2023, we're really making some big decisions, which you have here, huge decisions when it comes to the way that we deal with our finances, financial security, stability, financial structures, beliefs around it, because as the world changes, we shift and change within our beliefs as well. So showing up here, Pisces, you do have the pendulum. Income may be fluctuating. I'm also getting here a hole in the pocket. So that could mean that the income is leaving just as quick as it's coming in here. For others of you, this can be a little bit of that indecisive energy. Which path do I go? What direction do I take? But the good news is here, I feel towards now in the end of 2023, you're coming up with new strategies to increase your finances, to feel more safe, to feel more secure. But I'm also getting that you are honing in on some new skills, or you're enhancing skills that you already have, because that's going to help you feel more safe, feel more secure again, and make choices that are in your highest good when it comes to your career, your finances, and your state of being, your wealth. For some of you, there is a job change coming up here. This could be towards the end of the year, 2023, December, possibly into 2024. Okay, now this is about you being in a space that you love what you're doing. You're feeling like you're making a difference. You're being of service to yourself, your own values, your own personal achievements, as well as helping others out. Now, you could be a counselor, a guide, a coach, a mentor. For others of you, whatever it is that you are doing, you could be in accounting. You could be, an entrepreneur. Perhaps you're in finances. Whatever it is that you do here, you do it because not only are you good at it, because you feel like you're helping humanity. You feel like you're making a difference here. So I am getting you're supported as you shift energies, maybe change jobs or open yourself up to new income sources. There is this energy here of unconditional love and support. Now, some of you, there's joint finances coming in here, possibly a partnership, a collaboration. I also sense that you could be looking for an influencer, a coach, a mentor, or a guide at this time. And I see that you're going to attract the right energy, the right person, or the right mentor that can actually help you overcome some of the indecision that you have. So this doesn't have to be someone face to face. It could be, a book that you read that really inspires you. It could be someone here on YouTube. It could be a coach that, yes, you do connect with and you start to work with building businesses. Some of you are taking a class. You could be creating your own online platform is what I'm getting for some of you, because I am hearing here social media. Now, in the future, you have the coffin card. And even though this looks intimidating at first when you read the words of bad investments and financial challenges, to me, this means that you're taking a look at these things and there's something you're bringing to life, something that you are reviving within yourself, something that may have even you've thought was dead and done with, or it could even be a part of yourself. If you felt like a zombie lately, I'm getting a lot of the same energy that Aquarius had as well. So if you are on that Aquarian cusp, or if you have Aquarius in your chart, you may want to check that reading out. But this is about a shift, maybe a job ending, but it's going to be more beneficial because you're coming from a place of love versus fear. And I do feel here in the recent past, there's been a little bit of fear guiding your choices and decisions moving forward. But now you're getting into that heart space with the heart. And when you let love lead your choices moving forward, you're going to be in a win-win situation. So don't be alarmed to see something is coming to an end, an old way of doing things, an old belief system. It wouldn't surprise me to even see the tower showing up in your reading, but I get that this is, a shift, an awakening that's freeing you from something that you were closed off to, or you weren't able to access, or you just didn't feel like it was alive within you, right? There's a sense of inspiration here. I also feel with this coffin, some of you, maybe you work in an office, you work from home in a home office here. This could be taking a look at your savings accounts, your retirement accounts, your finances, and you're really assessing them. You're really doing a deep evaluation. And that may be why you have the emotional spending coming in here as well, because you're saying, okay, I'm making this much money. Why do I not have this much money in this account, right? So something feels a little bit off kilter or imbalance. And you may be saying, okay, maybe that $5 Starbucks coffee I don't need every day. Or maybe, that gym membership that I haven't used, I could probably cancel. So I do feel like you are reassessing a few things, and there could be some canceling of memberships. Some of you, there could be some new memberships as well. But I feel like whatever choices you are making, you're going to stay consistent and stick with them. And maybe that hasn't always been the case in the past. Maybe you had a difficult time sticking with some of your goals. Now, interestingly enough, you have the shopping card here. So some of you may be chronic shoppers. Maybe you've maxed out some credit cards, or maybe you spent beyond your means. I feel like you're reining that in a sense. Now, some of you, of course, if you're able to and you can afford to, this is the time of year, if you celebrate the holiday season, that maybe you're shopping for others. And I feel it's important to take a look at your budget and don't overspend, because a lot of times we roll into the new year and there is a sense of maybe recovering everything that you've spent in the prior months. And I feel like you're doing things differently this time around. You may have been planning, maybe you've put some money into an account for the holiday season or a big purchase that you've wanted. Now, some of you, you may even buy something nice for yourself, okay? If you are not the type of person to go out and spend on a regular basis, you could find something that you really like. And it could even be, okay, this is interesting. Oh my gosh, they were giving me a Peloton bike or some sort of bicycle. And right above here, it literally says, bicycle rental. You can't make that up. So some of you, maybe you're purchasing a bike for you, for someone, a child, a grandchild, or maybe you're renting an electronic bike here. Please take it as it resonates. But I feel like you're being more conscious of money and the flow of energy. So if you have it and it's coming in and it's going out, I feel like there is a full circle effect here. But if you haven't wanted to look at your finances here, I feel like you are. Okay, so please take it whatever side of that spectrum you are on. There's going to be some big decisions here coming up for you. Maybe not so much in the month of November, but I feel by the end of the year. Whether it's to leave this position, whether it's to retire, whether it's to go back to school, stay at home more, relocate. I mean, these are big life decisions that we make when it comes to, our well-being. And this may pertain to other areas of your life as well, Pisces, not just, career. It could be regarding finances, right? Some of you may even be looking into wills, estates, life insurance, planning, end of life, something like that. I get for some of you, not all of you, with the responsibility. So you are taking a look at, planning and having things lined up for the future, for the unknown. Okay, so some of you I also get, now this is interesting because some of you are buying a plot or buying something has to do with maybe a cemetery. Some of you may live near a cemetery, or you may be buying maybe a burial or buying a plot or updating a headstone. Maybe it has to do with funeral director, just getting your stuff in order for yourself or for a family member. Please take it as it resonates. This is only if you are already in this energy. But definitely carrying and shouldering some of these burdens, but I feel like there's that help with the coach, with the mentor. There's help here available. Now, congratulations to a few of you who are paying off some debt, right? It could even be debt from your shopping or spending habits here because you have the debt paid card, and this has been coming up. So I like this. You may even have, if this isn't a debt that's being paid, I mean, it can be a loan or something you're paying off, a car, a vehicle, maybe a small loan that you've had or anything, of course. But I also feel for some of you, you have a little bit more money for whatever reason because you have the payday card. And so you've paid something off, or maybe again, you've canceled the membership, or you've looked at where your money is going and you have a little bit more to spend on the things that really matter because you have the payday card showing up here for you. I also get that some of you may have teenagers or you may have adult children who are getting a job as well. It could be their first job, or maybe they are changing jobs. They may tell you about a relocation, or they may tell you that, I mean, there could be a graduation here as well, but I am getting that someone younger could be, maybe you're shopping with a child, okay? You're shopping with a child and maybe they have their own money and they're used to asking you for money, something like that. And then we're hiring, job search. So this makes sense for those of you that have gone through a period of maybe a job ending, or if you're looking for something new here, I certainly sense some of you even could be getting a part-time job in sales, whether it has to do maybe at a shopping or convenience center just to get that paycheck. But you are in the right direction. This is important for a lot of you at this time because you're questioning, is this the right path? How do I know if I'm on the right path? Here's your sign, because you are moving forward. Take it day by day is what I'm getting here. Sometimes we plan and we focus so much on the past or the future. And this month for you is all about staying in the present, staying in that heart energy. Yes, it's important to plan, and I see that you're going to continue doing that, but it's also important to, be around the people that inspire you and to focus on the things that do bring you happiness here in the moment. So let's dive into your energy here, Pisces, and take a look at the overall energy for you. So we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is about determination. It is about finding that sense of resolve after a time of some challenge here or some struggle. This is about resilience as well, and being brave, facing that adversity at times. This can be having that final push, that motivation, that spiritual strength and persistence to not give up, because you're really, really, really close to a major breakthrough, whether this is a new opportunity, whether this is a hit of inspiration. It's almost like you've had what is called writer's block, right? You have this writer's block, we'll call it. For some of you, if you are writers, maybe you have had that. And you've been sitting there staring at a blank computer screen for quite some time, kind of waiting, what do I write about? How do I, and you've been overthinking, and all you needed to do, or what you are doing, I should say, is take a step back. Stop looking at the screen, go grab a nice cup of tea, step outside, get out in nature, go for a walk, and just pause, replenish, because you're feeling a little bit too drained. There's too much focus going on, too much thinking or analyzing, or just, you've gone through a lot. So that may be why I'm getting the energy of just being present. So you can come back to the screen with a renewed sense of, of purpose, of inspiration. And that's kind of what I'm getting here for you, because the nines represent completion. They represent accomplishment and solitude as well. So it's important that you get some time for yourself, right? Some me time this month, and focus on the things that bring you pleasure and happiness as well, because you do a lot for other people. Now, we also have challenging you or crossing your energy. It came out right away, is the Four of Swords. So basically everything we just said here in a nutshell. The Four of Swords is about quiet reflection, right? That's the challenge for you. Maybe you're so busy, right? Doing things for everyone else, or there's a lot of maybe family events or social gatherings, or a lot at work. Some of you may be crunched for deadlines. Maybe you work multiple jobs, but this is about you having a little bit of downtime, because if you don't, you're going to near burnout. And I feel like a lot of you are close to this. You've been overworking yourself. You have been maybe overthinking, obsessing about a situation, or just ignoring the signs of rest. I'm also getting here blurred vision. So some of you, you wear glasses, or they're showing me glasses here. So it could also be that you're getting a little bit of migraine or mental stress. There's just too much focus. If you stare at a screen for many, many hours, that could be affecting your vision as well. But it's important this month to just take some you time, okay? Now let's take a look at what's below you. What do we have in your foundation, Pisces? Besides you having this big heart and doing things for everyone else at times, I feel like reciprocity is coming in here. You're getting here what you've sown, or kind of reap what you've sown, and you've put out such good work. You've stayed true to yourself. You've stayed true to your path here. Remember, you're going in the right direction, but sometimes it doesn't always feel like you're being rewarded or compensated for that. And this is literally the card of reciprocity, the goat. You are the greatest of all time here, Pisces. It doesn't feel like that always, but this is about just rewards, generosity. But there needs to be, or has been, some important boundaries that were established. And some of you had a difficult time establishing those boundaries because maybe you were at times working yourself to the bone. Maybe there was a lot that you wanted to pay off, or some big goals that you've had here. Or maybe you were taking care of others. You may have been the sole breadwinner, or you may have been the sole provider of your family here. And I feel like you're indecisive here, because it feels like something, again, I keep getting this energy of imbalance with the pendulum, and you want to bring it back into balance here, but there needs to be some rest in order for you to be able to set those healthy boundaries and kind of come back to the drawing board and saying, okay, what now? What can I branch off on? How can I move in the new direction? I also get here, it's important for you to stay active, stay hydrated, get the body, especially the hips. Some of you may feel very tight in the hip region. If you sit a lot, you may want to start moving your body a little bit more. Maybe if you are on the phone, or if you are in some sort of telecommunication, it's important to stand up, maybe stand up and talk at the same time if you're able to. Let's dive in here and see what is coming in for you. All right, how would you like this, Spirit? So we have wow, look at this. This is pretty amazing. No wonder it's all coming out at once here. You have 2, 2, 2, and 3. So you have triple twos here, along with the pendulum. I mean, choice. This is about partnerships, duality, reflecting, and it's about diversity. So some of you You have some choices to work with new people, new partnerships. You could be working with new clients, maybe overseas as well. But you have the Two of Wands here, which is about that balancing act. The flamingo is represented here with the Two of Wands, saying in the recent past, it's important that you take that first step. Maybe you are waiting for someone else to take that first step, but I feel like it's important that you are the one that steps forward here, steps forward in a new belief, excuse me, steps forward in a new energy, a new frequency here. There's a shift happening. And for some of you, it was difficult trying to balance up or juggle up many things. That's why you are reprioritizing or needing to take that time of reflection to take a look and see what balls you're juggling that you can drop to the ground. Are they still important, right? Are they still something you need to be putting your time and energy into? And it could even be things that you're not even aware of. Remember earlier we talked about memberships? Maybe there is, for example, maybe you have a Netflix membership, but you don't even use Netflix. Maybe you are, paying for someone else to use something that isn't benefiting you at all. Of course, we can have the equal give and take, but I feel like sometimes you go overboard at trying to help out other people or just keeping the peace. Some sort of peace needs to be reestablished here. So some important conversation, there could be some important choices that you're having a difficult time making because you don't want to maybe stir the pot outside of yourself or even within you, Pisces. But it's important that we are honest with ourselves, honest about what we truly need, what we need from others, what we desire, the help, the juggling. So if you are doing everything yourself, are you able to ask for help, or is pride getting in the way? Okay, I do feel here with the two, someone wants to help you because what you have coming in is the Two of Cups. Someone wants to help you, or there is help available. So you may, again, speak with or reach out to a coach, a mentor, a healer. This could even be help around the home, so you have more space to work on your work 100%, so you can set that healthy boundary. For others of you, there is a need to have a conversation with someone that you work with or to collaborate together, because it feels like you're doing a lot at this time. Some of you with that Nine of Wands energy feels at times like you're backed into a corner, like you don't have any other option. And I feel like that's where this Two of Cups shows up here. This is about harmony. It's about sacred unions and attraction. So you are attracting what it is that you need. Okay, maybe not exactly what you desire, but it's what you need. And I feel like there is some sort of help here. There's some sort of assistance. It's part of what you need to move forward and take this step towards your desires, but you may not see that right here in the moment, okay? So when the warthog represents the Two of Cups here, this is about sacred unions coming in. It's about you attracting the energy on a deeper soul level, even though it may not be reflected, in the outer world at that time, okay? Well, let me rephrase that. So the Two of Cups here, some of you, there is a relationship in your workspace that you're just butting heads, okay? Because I'm getting here a butting heads where some sort of choice needs to be made when it comes to this person taking advantage or stepping over into your boundaries. Now, if this is you, this is about you balancing up that divine feminine and divine masculine, because sometimes that masculine overrules, right? It's I need to be producing, I need to take a step, I have to have action. But then that feminine says, well, I want to receive as well. But the mind, right? That analytical masculine energy of the mind can take over and suppress the feminine energy of the heart, right? So I do feel here that you have the heart for a reason. You have that showing up here. So it is about blending and balancing both that masculine and feminine in your inner world, but also externally here. Now, in the near future, you have the Two of Swords, right? Blue-footed booby represents information overload. So yeah, some of you are just feeling overwhelmed with everything coming at you, maybe all at once, right? You could have deadlines. You may be crunched. You may have a boss that says, Pisces, I need this done by the end of the day. Or you may feel like you have to get a certain, they're giving me certain number of clients or certain number of people to maybe hit some sort of quota. Okay, take that as it resonates. I mean, some of you may be in a job where you do need to meet a quota. I'm also getting here that, yeah, you have indecision still showing up here, past and future. I feel what you are indecisive about is how to end this cycle, how to end this, situation that feels like you're backed up into a corner here. How can you put a close to this? You're closer than you think here. It wouldn't surprise me if the final outcome is maybe an ace to bring about that ending, that 9 and that 1 representing the 10. I would love to see a 10 here for you as well, but I feel like your hard work is going to pay off. But for whatever reason, you're stopping in your tracks. Hopefully it's to reflect. It's to gain that necessary, downtime with the 4 of Swords. Some of you may be waiting until the time is right to take that leap. Okay, maybe you want to end a job or leave a job, but you're waiting for that new opportunity to come in here. Okay, this could be imposter syndrome as well. I do feel for some of you, there needs to be complete honesty is kind of what I get here. Honesty is the key. I mean, the fact that you have these 2 cards, these 3 choices, there is some sort of partnership that doesn't feel honest. It's like a reflection here, but it's very diverse. It's very spread apart. But at the same time, you're able to either shine a mirror, hold a mirror up. So you are shining the mirror on maybe this person's imperfections, or it could be that you're seeing certain things within yourself that you're shifting here on a greater scale. So let's take a look and see how you are feeling. We have the 3 of Cups. For some of you, there's a new partnership, a new collaboration, a new organization here that's going to leave you feeling very celebrated. Okay, for those of you that felt left out in the past, there's a big shift coming in here for you. And this is about soul groups. Now, it's time to focus. Once you take that step, like we said, even if it's moments, hours, minutes, days, maybe a full week if you're blessed enough. I feel like once you kind of come back from that renewal energy, then you're going to have a better focus on what you need to do, what you need to feel, because the 3 of Cups is that cup card, that heart. What is it that you need to feel in order for you to embrace this energy to the max? Okay. Celebration, soul group, soul tribe. There's people coming in here that want to help you. Some of you, you're leaving some soul contracts. You're leaving partnerships behind to embrace new ones. Okay. Now, what do we have here showing up in the environment for Pisces? What do we have showing up in the environment? All right. Thank you, Spirit. A little bit of temperance. Okay. So some of you are waiting for that, that right time. Let's take a look here. How would you like these? Thank you. There's the 10 of Wands showing up with the 5 of Cups in your hopes and fears. So in your environment here, this is about perfect harmony. I really love the Temperance card. We don't always put the best energy into this because we hear the word patience and we're like, nah, we don't want to wait, right? We've been waiting a lifetime. We've been waiting weeks. We've been waiting months for this to happen. We don't want to wait anymore. But when we realize that divine energy and divine timing is at play, creating miracles in our lives, that's the game changer. So when the Temperance card shows up, you've had to maybe self-control yourself, or at times there's this energy of compromise, moderating, and just blending the energies here. And that may be why you have so many 2s. It's finding that blend, finding the balance. Where can you meet in the middle instead of it being one-sided? And that's what I see here happening in your environment, is there is some sort of negotiation, meeting in the middle, a contract, because your patience, even though it may be running thin, is paying off here. And I see it paying off because of your final outcome. So your hopes and fears, you have the 10 of Wands, which is what I was picking up on in the beginning, because this is about some heavy burdens. It says here, ambition is a good servant, but a bad master. So it's great to have ambition, right? It's good to be, excited and determined, but it can be, a bad master because it can allow us and cause us to feel, again, burnt out. And you see here that this is represented by this scarab beetle. And I feel for you, the 10 of Wands, some of you may have such a deep energy of helping and healing and fixing others at all costs that you at times even jeopardize or sabotage your own success because you take on that of others. And what do I always say, Pisces? We can lead a horse to water, but what? We can't make it drink, right? So the 10 of Wands is about not playing that role of Mr. and Mrs. Fix-It. If there's anyone that needs that fixing, or needs to take a kind of a look at of what's happening is us within ourselves, right? Because we can only control how we respond and how we react to our situation, to our circumstances, and we are the ones that can shift and alter our own energy. And this 10 of Wands showing up in your hopes and fears says you're physically exhausted. How can we bring in others to lighten the load? Right? 10 of Wands is saying it's time to release those heavy burdens, prioritize, eliminate, delegate. If you're taking on too much, it's time to let it go. It's time to rebalance up the scales here because something along the way started to get a little bit wonky. And it left you feeling like you were, I'm getting here, a coat rack. Okay, I'm getting a coat rack. So some of you have felt like you were, a coat rack, a drop-off place where maybe people just kind of said, oh, here, hold my coat, here's my hat. And you felt like a coat rack instead of feeling empowered by your own gifts. Somewhere along the way, you felt a sense of loss. Like, who am I? I'm not a coat rack, right? Why am I being taken advantage of? Why am I being, stepped on at times? I mean, I don't see it. A lot of negative cards here for you. You have the 2 of Cups. You have, the 3 of Cups. You do have the 6 of Pentacles. But I am getting here that I just don't feel that spark, that pizzazz, that zest for life here. And that may be what's coming to an end, is you feeling less than you are, right? Because you have the 5 of Cups, which says better times ahead. Because a lot of you, there's that 10 of Wands. You go from the 9 of Wands to your hopes and fears. You want to put down the burdens. You're acknowledging it. You see it happening within you. And now you're taking responsibility. There is an acceptance piece happening. And you're like, okay, I need to get my life back. I feel a little bit discombobulated. Some of you, it's mental health, physical health, emotional health. And you're aligning. You're making some decisions to cut out the things that aren't serving you, because your final outcome here is the Justice. The Justice card is about a karmic reset in a sense. The Justice is about balance. So the fact that you have all of these 2s, which are about choices and balance, and about reflecting and duality and diversity, right? A little bit of polarity. This is about righting those wrongs. It's about truth and natural law. Now, I put out these readings a little bit early to help you plan and prepare, of course, to help you shift the course. If you don't like what you see here, you have the ability within you to shift and alter course. Tarot is not set in stone. You know this. So, if you're watching this in the month of October, we are in the midst of some deep eclipses at this time. Also, Libran energy is in the South Node on a global level. And that is all about hitting that karmic switch, right? It is about righting the wrongs. It is about the natural law to bring things back into balance. And that can be truths being revealed. It can be things about ourselves coming to the surface here. It can affect all of your life, including, your finances, your stability, your career, your income. And again, your health, because the health is part of it. If you're not healthy, you're not going to be able to do your job as effectively. And there's justice coming in here for you. Some of you, if you were dealing with any legal situations, legalities, if you were fighting some sort of a contract for a wrongdoing, because I get human resources here, HR, some of you may work in HR. I feel like there's something, they're showing me eggs dropping and cracking and bursting all over the place. So it's like a fragile situation or something that may have been vulnerable. It's like it fell or it dropped and kind of exploded. And I feel like that is being made right, okay? Or some sort of wrong is being made right here, or there's going to be balance in a situation that was difficult for you to kind of overcome, right? So definitely the natural law coming in here and truths coming up. I like to see this justice card here because the elephant, this is about addressing maybe the white elephant, or in this case, just the elephant in itself in the room. That's the phrase, addressing the elephant in the room, because it's something that cannot be hidden any longer. And that's what I see here for you. Whatever it is that you have been juggling or struggling with in your career, within your finances, there's something that's being brought to the surface so you can celebrate some, some wins, some new outlooks, some new opportunities, some new mentors, coaches. You have this celebratory energy here. I see that with the Three of Cups. So now it's time to focus. Now that something is clear, it's in your vision here. You have what it takes to take that next step towards emotional, financial, spiritual freedom, because they're showing me liberation here. I want to get one final card to clarify the justice here. What else do we need to know for Pisces with the justice? They're giving me the name here, Lorena. Please take that as it resonates. Loran, maybe. All right, the Hanged Man with the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Beautiful. So yeah, this is about recovering your sense of stability. Beautiful. Everything we've talked about here. When the Five of Cups shows up in reverse, you see it says here recovering, because fives can be something affecting you, a loss of health, a loss of a job, and now you're changing that perspective here to a reward. In the past, it may have felt like you were sacrificing, empty sacrifice, like I'm doing this for everyone else, not getting anything in return, and it may have even dropped you into that fear-based or victim mentality at times. We're human, we do that, and this is about rewards for any sacrifices that you've made. Instead of seeing the glass half empty, you're seeing it half full. Instead of saying this is an empty reward, you're now dropping some of those balls that you've been juggling in the air to say, I'm going to get a damn reward for these balls that I'm juggling here. And you absolutely will. That's your Three of Cups showing up here. So very powerful messages for you, Pisces. All right, food co-op. I'm hearing food co-op or health co-op. Maybe some of you work at a food co-op, or you're joining with a corporation that may have to do with wellness or food or nutrition. Okay, please take that as it resonates. Let's get a message here from the wisdom of the Oracle. You're the thinker here this month. 4 and 4 equals 8. Don't sabotage yourself by overthinking, right? We tend to overanalyze, overthink, and obsess. Spirit is saying here, try to rest, right? Try to rest that mind, because sometimes the mind can really mess with our confidence, our, fears, our insecurities, and it can bring us to a place that we really don't want to go down that rabbit hole, right? That's why you have the Heart card showing up here. So if you're overthinking, we need to work on ways to kind of get that out. Talk to someone. Some of you, okay, this can be opposite flipped here for some of you. Some of you are in jobs that require a lot of mental capacity, mental thinking. I'm getting here brain health. Eat some walnuts, right? Eat some walnuts, but try not to, if you get caught up in some sort of thinking, because they're actually showing me a Tetris game. I mean, maybe you're a gamer. Maybe you compute, or you're on the computer. There could be something with technology, or maybe you're putting some sort of pieces together. But it's important that if you feel a little bit stuck in a project, or if something is just spinning, take a step back. okay? Because we don't want to overthink here. It can cause a lot of mental stress that we don't need. Now let's take a look here and get a message from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. This is one of my new favorite decks. Colette Baron Reed, of course. For those of you that are interested in any of the decks used during your reading, it's all in the description box below. You have 2 cards that came out here. You have Repairing the Veil. This is about forgiveness. This may actually be the card we read for you. Card 45. Some of you are 44 years old, 45, or 42. And then we have the Netcaster. Preparations come to fruition. So what I'm getting here, the reason why you have both of these cards, Pisces, in your energy, and the reason why we actually read 45 before 42 is because there needs to be a sense of repairing here and forgiveness before you step into this Netcaster, right? This is actually going to help you prepare for bringing something to fruition, bringing those dreams to fruition. So we may just read both of these for you. They're pretty powerful. You may want to save this video, come back, take notes, or even watch this part twice. This is about making amends. It's about recognition of our unity. Pisces, the message is this: between us all is a thin veil, appearing to be a space that separates us. We look through this veil and believe ourselves to be distinct from each other. We assume that our thoughts and feelings are our own. We see bodies and objects and the spaces between them. So we engage the world in relationships between a duality of us and them. This veil serves us as a mysterious illusion, making it so hard to believe in our inherent connection and unity. We can't always remember that what we do to someone else, we at the same time do to ourselves. When we claw at the veil out of fear, anger, jealousy, or resentment, manipulate another, misuse our power, or allow someone's actions to diminish us, we create a wound felt by many, not just by those of us in the smaller, direct relationship. Now is the time to examine where your actions have caused difficulty or harm to someone else, and also where you have been the recipient of those same actions. Regardless of what side you are on, it's important to take responsibility for healing this rift by bringing love, compassion, deep listening, and presence to whatever it is not in harmony. Do this for you and for your own liberty. As you become an unwitting hostage, once you take the role of perpetrator, or victim, both positions of weakness, let go of all of your resentments. Know your part in the dynamic and make the appropriate amends with that newfound wisdom and understanding. Healing forgives, and mending what is broken in your world is a sweet, much needed declaration of freedom. And we literally just said freedom. We said liberation with that justice. So this is really a powerful energy. I knew this was going to be a powerful message for you, because once we take a look at that, and we talked about that, we said mirrors earlier, right? Reflection, holding that up here. At least I thought we did. Now, once you release and let some of that go, which is what you're working on, it takes time, right? We're after all having this human experience. And sometimes that pain holds us back. But we have here preparation. Things are going to come to fruition because this is a surprise. It's a result beyond our expectations. So the Netcaster arrives to tell you to stop praying for the fish. They have arrived, and it's time that you cast your net lest they swim away. Everything that you long for is within reach, Pisces, but it has been so long since your prayers were answered that you've forgotten how to receive what is being offered to you. Put down the prayer beads and open your arms and your heart to the rewards beyond measure. Cast your net. Take the next steps that you have planted for so long. Remember that the fish wait for no one, so time is of the essence. Heaven and earth are in perfect alignment for your victory. The stars are positioned for success. The only one who can spoil the perfection of the moment is you. If you ask, do I really deserve this? You will sabotage the magic and shatter the crystalline flawless of the now. The Netcaster can also arrive to bring you some news, to tell you that you've been snared in someone's trap and you must wriggle free. Right now it feels comfortable enough, even as the net begins to tighten around you. Don't wait until it is suffocating you before realizing you must escape and run for your life. It is still early enough to exit gracefully. Bide your time until all the conditions are right. Go to your place of stillness, of deep quiet, and watch for the signs that a new opportunity has arrived. Right now, you are patient because you feel that things will go your way. Learn to be patient with the people and situations that are more challenging. There's that patience card. There's that temperance card. This is powerful. So whether you are, entrapped in someone else's snare, like it says here, you have the opportunity to see here on a greater scale, on a new perspective. This is a powerful reading for you, Pisces. So many times this goes so beyond the surface. So many times we want to hear, yes, there's that new job and that money's coming to us and we're going to win the lottery, but it's so much more than just the surface. And when we're able to fine tune, when we're able to get to the root, then we're able to really see, what we're made of, and we're able to manifest those dreams that may have to do with your abundance and your wealth and your income and your career. So if this seems a little bit deep for you at times, that's why. I challenge you to take a step further into it. Now, last but not least, let's get a few messages from your spirit guides. And at this time, I just ask, if you can, Pisces, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. And with your eyes closed and upon your exhale, I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. This could be an animal that is wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. This could be an animal that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, maybe one that you have at your home, perhaps one that's visited through your dreams or in the great outdoors. There is no right or wrong answer, Pisces. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animals in the comment box below this video. And I personally will enter you into that giveaway where I draw one winner on the first of each month and post right back here on the channel. So your animals, we have here the deer spirit. The deer says, bring a gentle touch. It's card 18. Yeah, because sometimes we are so lost in the subconscious or in our illusions. We're lost in the shadows at times. So it's important to bring that gentle touch to yourself, to others, to humanity. Card 18. Some of you may be born on the 18th. You may be 53, 47, or 55. Snake spirit, time to heal. Time to heal, time to forgive. That's why you received the forgiveness and mending card. Yeah, because snakes shed their skin, right? And they don't ever go back to that old dead skin. So you are shedding a part of yourself that is ready to come off. It's ready for renewal. Just like this coffin energy here, you are ready to be revitalized in a sense. You've been growing that new skin the whole time, but something is shedding from your energy here, and it's going to bring about profound transformation. Next, you have pig spirit. Use your mind wisely. Yeah, you have a lot of intellect, a lot of, mind cards, mind energy. Use it wisely, because if we don't, that mind can destroy. Okay, so beautiful energy coming in here, because I know you're tough enough to live this story and change the game here. You are strong enough. Everything that you are going through and that you've gone through, Pisces, your soul has been prepared for, in a sense. Now you also have seahorse, watch and wait. Yeah, there is this shift here coming in where it's important to pause, stay present, stay in the moment. You do have the Temperance card here, so watch and wait because things are aligning in perfect harmony for you. That's why you have all these twos. That's what it says in the netcaster. Things are aligning for you to take action, right? The fish are in, it says, and fish represent longevity, prosperity, abundance, but we must cast that net like it says. And I feel like the timing is right. Things are all working together here. You're going to know when it's time here to make some changes, to make some big moves. That is what I have for you, Pisces. Thank you so very much for tuning in today. Yes, a little bit deeper of a reading. Hopefully it helps you out and it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. And it certainly helps the growth of the channel, which I greatly appreciate. I would love to see those power animals. Drop them in the comment box below. And for those of you that are vibing with the energy here on this channel and haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so very much, Pisces, for your unconditional love, support, your time, your energy. It has been a pleasure. Lots of love.